a school district has banned all books containing any queer characters, regardless of how central or peripheral they may be to the story. If there's a character in the book whose best friend has two moms, boom, that book is out. Even though there's no discussion of lesbianism or two momsism or anything like that. This is extraordinary. In fact, this is Charlotte County, Florida. An entire school district has banned all library books containing any LGBTQ plus individuals. We're not talking about sex here. We're talking about identity. And they say that they're doing this because of the Don't Say Gay law, also known as the Florida Parental Rights and Education Act. Under these rules now in this county, if a student brings one of these banned books to school to read quietly in the corner during recess or something, they can't do it. They can get kicked out of school for that, or they can have the book confiscated. How long are Americans going to tolerate this? I mean, we've got essentially an entire industry promoting book bans. Book bans. What the Nazis did. We don't ban books in America, or at least we didn't. Now this is happening in over 20 states. Basically every red state in America has some group of people trying to ban, well, not just red states. It happened here in Oregon. We've got people demanding that books be removed from schools and libraries. And it's typically a small handful of people, a half a dozen people, one or two in a state, who are issuing requests for bans of hundreds, in some cases, hundreds of books. And you know what's making this really go viral is social media. These people are finding their platforms on social media. And these right-wing groups, and they're being funded now by right-wing billionaires. So here we've got these small groups of right-wing bigots who hate queer people just because they're themselves. How dare you be who you were born? And they're now tearing down these books. They're ripping these books out of schools. They're denying young gay kids an opportunity to see themselves reflected in literature. Can you imagine? I mean, this is arguably this is the same problem, if you want to. It's worse than a problem, but I lack language here. That black people had when I was a kid. I remember there was one black kid in my school, and there wasn't a single black character in any of the books that we read in elementary school. It was all Dick and Jane, and they were all white people. This is just, that regressive and hateful, frankly.